You are listening and watching to a very special podcast. Here we have more on Katrina Salvatore. Enjoy. The world they were in, the mission they were on, it was rather eerie to the complexity of it. Where in the world are we? Thaljev asked. Well, that's a good question. I have no idea. What kind of world are we even in? This could be the apocalyptic world. The apocalypse? Oh no, don't tell me you've been reading on that. No, but a lot of people are just like this one guy I came across when I was working at that gas station, remember? I quit after that. Really? What happened? Katrina asked. The guy kept asking me about the frickin' devil and, there won't be any more of this when the apocalypse comes. I'm telling you, he's a fundamentalist. And then all of a sudden he was inflicting himself in some sort of pious ritual and stuff. Wow. He left a bloody mess and I had to clean it up. He was placed in a psychiatric ward, but luckily I never saw him again after I quit. Last I've heard, he had been released. I don't know if he went back to that gas station, but Lord only knows. I mean, really, look at this place. If this is his idea of it, I have to say this is the worst. There's like no life here, there's no other people, and there's basically not even one soul left in sight. Now what kind of savage would really run this place? Just then, there was snarls and slashes and screams. Hey, what's going on? Londa said. Did I spoke too soon? Iris asked. Just then, a man came and grabbed her by the shoulders. Run for your lives, little girl. No time to explain. Just keep running. Run and don't ever stop. He let go of Iris and ran. The others were just running. Another turned around and pointed. They're coming! They're coming! A mother and child were holding hands. The child was too exhausted. Mommy, my legs. I can't go on, Mommy. They hurt. However, the mother was trying to be gentle and encouraging her daughter. Come on, honey. You can make it. Please. Just then, a person in white came from behind and murdered them both. There was blood splattering everywhere. Holy shit! Iris exclaimed. What monstrosity would do that? Katrina said. Londa was shaking. Thaljev couldn't speak. Just then they got a good look at the person dressed in all white, but there was a few colors, such as a hint of black, of the boots he was wearing. He looked up, and a smile appeared on his face. His eyes were red. Katrina looked a little closer and saw something. Oh my God, he's got sharp teeth. This confused the others. What do you mean? Thaljev asked. Londa realized. That's a vampire! What? Iris exclaimed. No way. Vampires? There's vampires here? Iris squealed. Katrina pointed over at the vampire, saying, Your time has come, vampire! But that vampire wasn't gonna go down without a fight. Katrina was scared. Run, you guys! They turned and ran like the cowards they were. Why are we running? Thaljev asked. Because I don't think the normal stuff that kills ordinary vampires are gonna work on that one. What, are you kidding? I can read its movements, Katrina said. Let's turn here, Lunda said. They were about to go that way, but when they saw another vampire jump out. Vampire! Lunda exclaimed. They kept running. They went into another direction, but there was a vampire too. Vampire! Thaljev said. The vampires were chasing up on them. They were much faster as they leaped. They're coming, they're coming, they're coming, Iris said. Quick, over here. Vampire! Lunda said. Holy cow, Katrina said. They're everywhere, everywhere. They were about to attack, but Katrina managed to fend them off. Take that, you son of a bitch, she said. There were more coming. Katrina looked over to notice that there was only one from a distance who was dressed differently than those other vampire warriors. It's a noble? Who is that guy? Katrina said. She tried to see with her mind-reading powers, but all of a sudden she felt a twinge of pain in her head. Ah! Damn it. You can't see who it is? I can't read their thoughts. They're just too... I'm sorry, I can't. I just can't. Iris looked over. Who is that guy? He's a noble. How did you know? I can tell. Man, I can hear thoughts everywhere. The vampires were crowding in. We're down, Iris said, holding on to her friends. Katrina pointed her gun at them. Vampires, she said. Just then they had a shadow loomed over at them. Oh, great gobs of gravy! Something's blocking the sun, Thaljev said. Ah, oh no! What's blocking the sun? That's no shadow covering the sun. The sun is still there, but look, it's a crab monster, Katrina said. Then she used the MPD to take a picture and analyze what it is. Apparently, that thing was known as the Horseman of John. It's a Horseman of John. The Horseman of John? Iris, Thaljev, and Lunda said in unison. Yep. That does not look like a horseman, Iris said. I know. I'm having hard to believe that this is. That's when Thaljev dropped his arms and said, Katrina? Yeah? Katrina asked. This is the most strangest mission we've ever been on, Thaljev said. I hear you, Katrina said. The strangest mission? My, you mean you're quite newcomers around here, aren't you? A silky-like voice said. Katrina stiffed. It's that guy. It's that noble. That's the noble from afar? He's a pretty good-looking guy. I don't think you should trust him, Katrina said. Why? Iris asked. Because I think he's very deceitful. I can tell that from his movements and not his thoughts. So, you can read his movements, but you can't read his thoughts. No, I can't. Katrina said. Something in his mind. It's like he's got like a great wall covering something in there. Oh, really? Well, that's great. That's wonderful. Iris said with sarcasm. Eh. Kill us. Kill us now. We're dead. We are so dead meat. Iris said. However, Katrina pointed her gun at that noble vampire. I don't know who you are, but whoever you are, surrender now. I'm not going to be afraid to pull this trigger. I know you guys can't die from it, but I can bring you great pain, if needed. Katrina said. Well, another voice said. She's got spunk. I can tell you that much. Well, Farrah, you seem to found yourself a very delectable dish. Delectable? Is that another vampire? Another noble? How many nobles are out there? Katrina exclaimed, clutching at the ends of her hair. What the frick is going on? There's 2 of them? I guess. But wait, I see 2 female vampires. There's female vampires? Valdef and Lunda said. Iris hit them both in the head. Well, what? There's no discrimination against vampires. Iris said, pointing at them. Ow, you didn't have to hit us that hard, Lunda complained. I'm not saying that, but I see males of them, even if they have long or short hair. Still. I didn't know there were also females. There's just a lot of males in here. Sure, Katrina said nervously. They all managed to take on these minor vampires, but it still wasn't good enough. They were all crushed to the ground when they could feel those noble vampires closing in too. Valdef covered himself. I'm a minor, please. I'm a minor. Stop. Have mercy. Iris exclaimed. Lunda said, my underwear's riding high. Please, take pity. Katrina couldn't believe this. You guys are supposed to be the fastest weapon. I don't think there's anything we can do to stop them. That's when Katrina stood up and said, oh yeah? Well then, now it's my turn. The 3 of them looked up. Well, what are you going to do? You can't exactly fight them off, Valdef said. No, but it looks like we got company. Right on time. That's when Katrina slid away from those vampires. The vampires were saying, she's getting away. After her. Take that human out. They chased Katrina.